Okay, 6.NS.3, adding and subtracting decimals. Vocabulary. Decimal point, a dot that's used to separate the whole number from the fractional part of a number. So in 4.6, 4 is the whole number. This 6 is 6/10, 6 in the tenths place. The decimal point separates those two. Okay, so if you're going to add or subtract decimals, the first thing you need to do is write the numbers vertically with the decimals lined up. Okay, vertically means up and down. So if one of the numbers is a whole number, the decimal goes on the right end of the number. So all numbers can have decimals, even whole numbers, even numbers that don't have one written. Okay, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. Number 2, add zeros to make sure there are the same number of digits in each number. And number 3, add or subtract as normal. Okay, so let's look at our examples. 7 minus 3.5. Okay, so our first step is write the numbers vertically with the decimals lined up. 7 is a whole number. It doesn't have a decimal written, but the decimal belongs on the right side of the number because 7.0 is the same as 7. And 3.5 goes underneath that with the decimals lined up. That way we're adding the same place value. That way we're adding the whole numbers to the whole numbers and the fractional parts to the fractional parts. I said adding, I meant adding or subtracting. In this case we're subtracting. And now we're going to subtract as normal. Now that the decimals are lined up and we're all set, you can't subtract 5 from 0, so you have to borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. 6 minus 3 is 3. One thing I didn't put in our steps is to remember to place the decimal point straight below where it is. It stays lined up. So 3.5 is the answer. You could check to make sure it's the answer by adding 3.5 and 3.5 and getting 7.0. Next problem, 3.3 minus 1.1. Line them up vertically with the decimal point lined up. And we're subtracting. 1 minus 1 is 0. The decimal point is lined up. 3 minus 1 is 2. So the answer is 2.0, which is the same as just a whole number 2. So that's a better way to write the answer. Next problem. 1.2 plus 5.69. So line them up vertically with the decimal points lined up. That means that there's nothing above the 9. So our next step is to add zeros so that there's the even number of digits in each number. Okay, once that's set, we can just add like normal. 0 plus 9, 2 plus 6, decimal point, 6, 6.89. Alright, next step, 2 plus 1.7. The 2 doesn't have a decimal, so we put a decimal point and a 0. 1.7 does have a decimal, so we line it up. We are adding. There's the same number of digits in each number. So now let's just add 7, 3, the decimal points lined up. We're all good. You should always remember to circle your answer. That's it. Now do both of these quick check problems, do the classroom examples, and be ready to move to the next station.